Hello, Collective Live online and in-person attendees. How exciting is this? So, Collective Live on the 5th, from the 5th to the 7th of August. You can attend online, you can attend in person. Lots of you have got your flights all booked and sorted, accommodation is sorted. But even if you haven't, you can still attend. You can still come along either online or in person. So this little video is basically a little bit of information about what you'll be doing at Collective Live, both online and in person, and a bit of general information. So we'll get started, I think. So, timing and plans. So on the Friday, we start on Friday the 5th of August at the Little Theatre. So again, this information has gone out. I'm not going to go through the exact address, but it's called the Little Theatre in Leicester. And we are doors open on the Friday at 10 a.m. and we have our welcome speeches and sessions starting at 11 a.m. So we start on the Friday at 11 a.m. but you can get in, get your registration sorted, get your welcome packs, which I'll come to later on. Basically come in and you can start arriving at 10 a.m. Please don't arrive earlier than that because the doors won't be open because all the Collective Music team will be busy getting ready to let you all in. The venue itself on the Friday closes at 10 p.m. Okay, the sessions finish before that, but there's a little bit of time to have a sit in the bar and have a little bit of a drink and a little bit of a chat and a cool down and a chill out from the day. So indeed. So let's have a look at timetable. Now this is a draft timetable. Okay. It's pretty much what will be happening, but just be aware there might be some few tweaks and changes beforehand, just to give you an idea. So if I just go through this a little bit by little bit, we've got the main auditorium, the main theatre. We've got downstairs in the venue, we've got the Hayward studio. Now, don't worry, there is a lift, so you can get downstairs and upstairs. If you're not very good with stairs, we have a lift so you can get to where you need to go. There's a place called 52 Down and 52 Up, which is like a 1-minute walk up the road, which is a place where we'll be doing some sessions, but not lots of sessions. Most stuff will be within the main building of the Little Theatre, but for things like sectionals, some of them will be happening at the 52 Up, 52 Down, which is the rehearsal rooms of the Little Theatre. So if we start, as you see there, welcome registration. It says 9 o'clock, so I think I was incorrect. Maybe you can get in from 9, but I'll confirm that. But let's say it's 9 o'clock. We'll see, won't we? Possibly 10. Welcome speeches at 11. We're going to have a really nice lengthy warm-up. Physical and vocal warm-up starts at 11:45. That's probably about an hour. There is gaps, by the way, breaks in between these sessions, so you can get to where you're going. Normally there's about at least 15 minutes between all these different types of sessions, so you can get to where you're going, grab a drink, go to the toilet, those kind of things. So in 1 o'clock, we've got an alto sectional and a bass sectional running through those 7 songs for the show. Now, the alto sectional and bass sectional, there will be 2 sectionals for all the parts, and they will be the same. So you don't have to attend the alto sectional on the Friday because there will be one on the Saturday. And if you're not at Collective Live on the Friday, don't worry, you'll be able to attend the same sectional on the Saturday. Okay, so it'll be running through the same songs. The 7 songs will be running through all of them, all the ones we're doing in the Saturday night show. There's also an education session happening downstairs at that time in the studio with Karen Penketh and Tony Ann on visual performance. At 2:15, there is a sing-along session. So in the main auditorium, you'll be doing a sing-along session of One Voice, I'm Still Standing, The Rose, Dancing Queen, and Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. So you'll be able to sing along with yourself, but there will be a music team to take you through the sing-alongs. You'll go into the auditorium, you'll have some real fun singing all these songs. These are the songs that we're not doing on the show, but we want to make sure we sing through them and have some fun with them. So there'll be some sing-along sessions. Again, those sessions happen multiple times during the weekend, so at any point you might choose to leave out a session and give yourself a bit of time to have a bit more of an extended break, or if you want to go and get a bit of fresh air, that's fine. These timetables will be out so you can start planning what you want to do and making your timetable your own. There's another education session happening downstairs at 2:15, which is Rhiannon looking at improving your singing vowels and diphthongs, which will be fab. At 3:30, we've got the sopranos and the tenors do their sectionals, while I do an education session downstairs on vocal expression. Okay, and then at 4:30 there is a break for everyone. If you've ordered food, that's when the food will be kind of available at this point, to have some kind of food before we move on to the next part of the day. So we move into the evening part. So after our break at 5:30, we get our Christmas hats on and stuff in our break. We get our Christmas hats, Christmas sweaters, Christmas everything. We get the mince pies out, and there probably won't be any mulled wine, but we get the mince pies out, and we have our collective Christmas cracker kind of show, concert, something. We'll be doing all our Christmas songs. We'll be singing along with our own videos. We're doing all sorts of festive things, maybe some festive warm-ups and things like that. So it's going to be fun. So we get to do Christmas in August, which I think, what's not to love? We obviously spent 2 Christmases online with each other. So I think it'll be fab to spend that time having some Christmas on Friday. Then we have another sing-along session. Some other songs. So at 7:15 there's a sing-along session of Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, our collective college song, Waiting, Build Me Up Buttercup, and What Can I Say? And of course the big one, music. So you get a chance to sing along with those, which should be fabulous. Any of you wanting then, you've got an education session downstairs in the studio with Susan Campbell, which is on psychology of performance, dealing with performance anxiety, which would be very useful. All these education sessions have been tailored to really help you with the Saturday night show, to really give you an insight into the song. Will be one of the main songs we're singing, obviously Just Look Around You, but into really performing and singing in general, which should be fab. And then we have an evening social hosted by Donna and Debbie. They're going to be doing an evening social, which is some kind of quiz. They've not told me much about it, except to say that it's going to be fab, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So there's going to be that evening social. You'll be able to be popping and getting drinks at the bar, and you'll be able to be doing all sorts of fun things. Again, anytime, you don't have to do any of these sessions. You can always just sit down in the bar, have a little bit of a chat, have a bit of a rest, completely up to you. And we'll be finishing the day on the Friday at 10 o'clock at night. We move on to the Saturday. Saturday, the doors open at 9 o'clock, and sessions, the warm-ups and stuff, start at 10 a.m. And the venue, you can't see it there, but the venue closes at about 11:30, we think. So when the bar closes, the venue closes. And obviously we've got our show on the Saturday night, which I'll give you some more information about. If we have a look at our Saturday schedule, we've got warm-up starting at 9 o'clock. We have sopranos sectionals at 10 o'clock on the Saturday in the main theatre. Again, that's just a repeat of the sectional from the Friday, so you can choose which one you want to go to. The visual performance education session is being repeated in the studio, and the tenors are in 52 down doing their tenor sectional. The youth a cappella workshop, which we'll chat about in a second, very briefly because there's already been another video about it, will be happening in 52 up, with myself and Nikki and Miranda and Gail. Then you have a repeat of the sing-along session 2, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, etc. at 11:15, while Rhiannon talks about vowels and diphthongs downstairs in the studio. Then there is going to be, and we'd like all of you to come to this, the Youth A Cappella Workshop performance. So they're going to be looking at doing a performance on the stage for you all between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. So you can see the fruits of our labours, all our young people from the collective youth, but also other singers we've been inviting from the Leicestershire area. 1:15, alto sectional and bass sectional in the 2 different areas. Again, a repeat of those sectionals. So you only need to really attend one of them, unless you really want to attend 2 sectionals that do the same thing. My education session on vocal expression is happening at that point in the studio. We've then got at 2:30 another sing-along session, which is a repeat of sing-along session 1. So doing one voice, I'm Still Standing, etc. And again, Susan Campbell is doing her education session downstairs in the studio. So you've got the ability to tailor your timetable for what you want to be doing. We then have a very special session. Rhiannon will be doing some coaching under glass. So you'll be watching her coach a small chorus made up of some of our music team members, and she'll be looking at different voice types and getting them kind of to work better as an ensemble. And again, Rhiannon's got lots of huge amounts of experience in this field, and it'd be a really exciting kind of interesting session for you to watch her kind of working with singers and kind of what she does and seeing the progress and seeing the improvement of that group of music team working on one of our collective songs, actually. So yes, that is going to be a very exciting session. Obviously, as you mentioned, our youth a cappella workshop from 10 till 1, which is open to all various people, and that one is free for external singers. So we're getting some external singers, young singers, to come in and take part in that, which should be fab. We then in the late afternoon we have, it says big show rehearsal. It's actually as much as anything a safety briefing from the Little Theatre about the whys and wherefores of the event in the evening, and then we basically we'll be chatting through a few things. So it's not a massive rehearsal, but there will be some stuff we want to go through and kind of preparations. Then we'll all be out of the auditorium before 5:30, probably by about 4:55, so that we can get the auditorium set up for the big show. And so also you can go and start getting changed. If you want to be using 52 up and down as the dressing room area, you can do so. You might be near enough to your hotels to go back and get changed. So yes, you basically then can get ready for show time, which should be very exciting. We want you all back in places probably before 6:45, but by the absolute latest, we all want you in the auditorium sat down at 6:45, if not really 6:30, 6:35, but 6:45 is the absolute latest. We start our show at 7 o'clock, which will finish by 10. And then we have our afterglow. So if you're not a barber shopper, an afterglow is just where we go to the bar, potentially sing a few songs, have a chat, have a drink, enjoy each other's company, and hopefully talk about what a great day we've had. And we're looking again, whenever the bar chooses to close, that's when the venue will close. So maybe 11, maybe half 11, maybe even 11:45. We'll have to see how friendly the bar staff are to keep open for us that little bit longer. And here is our show. Tickets for the show, for people if they want to get tickets, if they're not at Collective Live, they will be able to get tickets at the Little Theatre website, which you can see is here. This is the poster which will be being shared. And again, you look here, there's going to be more than 100 or hopefully 150 people singing with our big show. Again, we're hoping to have, this is again, slightly a draft poster, but we're hoping that we'll have the Simpletones, Lux a cappella, Night and Community Choir, and the Pantones as special guest performers during the evening as well. So you'll be singing, but you'll also be being entertained by all these other groups as well. So those of you who are here, you'll be singing and you'll be being entertained. And that should be quite special, I have to say, our big show, which we've been looking forward to. We get to sing our collective anthem, which again is also going to be fab. So we move on to the Sunday. We start a little bit later. Doors open at 10. We start at 11. The venue closes at 8 o'clock. So again, we probably close a little bit earlier so we can all get packed away and sorted before the Little Theatre needs to close, because we'll obviously, music team will have lots of packing away to do. So we'll need a little bit of time to do that. Timetable for the Sunday. Again, we've got a warm-up starting about 9:30 probably, and then we've got again education session with Rhiannon. The auditorium will have some collective videos playing, and we'll kind of have a little bit of a chilled out start to the day on the Sunday, just in case any of you've got sore heads or anything like that. So again, then we have a sing-along session in the auditorium. while my vocal expression education session gets done for its third and final time. We really wanted you to be able to plan your own timetable, so you can choose when you want to attend these different types of sessions during the weekend. Sing along after that at 12:45 of the other songs that you didn't sing in the show, and while the visual performance education session happens downstairs in the studio. At that point, we then move to the Big Sing, which we'll be giving information about in a second. Now, the Big Sing is where we're going to involve all of you, and we're going to also inviting other singers from around Leicestershire, from different choirs and singers to come and join with us and basically learn a couple of songs and sing them together on the day. And we'll have a little performance at 5:30, and then at 6 o'clock. Well, 6:30 it says at the cool down social, we basically start chilling out and get back to the bar, have a little sit down, take lots of additional kind of last photos and do all those kind of things. Again, some of you might choose to pop off and go and have a meal somewhere, or you might be there at 8 o'clock still in the venue chatting to people, and that should be fab. So the Big Sing, let me explain what this is for those of you who don't know. The Big Sing, 7th of August, that's on the Sunday from between 2 and 6 p.m. And basically, going to be joining lots of different singers from different choirs and all of you in the collective. Basically, we're going to be learning 2 songs. It says a specially arranged piece. Well, that's now turned into pieces. We think we can do 2 songs. So you will get some learning resources beforehand. But really, we'll probably be able to do most of the learning of these 2 songs on the day, which should be very exciting. And we get to sing with an even bigger bunch of people, and we do a performance at the end of it. Now, external singers who aren't coming for the whole weekend can come along for £10 or £5 for under 26s. And if they're under 12, then they can come for free. And again, tickets for this to take part in this kind of workshop Big Sing are available at the Little Theatre website. Now, the first song that we'll be looking at is a song called All These Things That I've Done, which the collective youth chorus worked on. Now, I'm not going to play, oops, daisy, I'll just need to, okay. Well, I've accidentally clicked across from that, and I can't go backwards because I'm actually currently recording this. So what I'm going to say to you is, if you go and have a listen to the song All These Things That I've Done, and you type in the collective youth chorus, All These Things That I've Done, you can have a listen to that song, All These Things That I've Done, and you'll have a listen to what that sounds like. And the specific arrangement, a new arrangement of A Million Dreams. So I'll play you a little bit of this. I'm not going to play you all of it, because we're going to be sending it out soon. So we're going to be learning this one and singing it as well. Again, one of my, I do like this song. It's good. There is some singing in it, I promise.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in the world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world will be, a vision of what I see. A million dreams is all it's gotta take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
So that's one of the songs that we've got to look forward to in the Big Sing, which should be fab. So we're looking forward to that. Now, information for online attendees. We will be streaming for the entire weekend. So we'll be streaming for the entire weekend. We'll only be streaming the education sessions once. And we'll be streaming some of the other sessions as well. Obviously, the show will be streamed, the Big Sing performance will be streamed, and we'll be sharing a timetable of what we're going to be doing. But you're going to get special things if you're attending online. You're going to get little video clips of different people chatting about what they're doing. You're going to get live streaming, so we're going to be kind of wandering around and speaking to people. You're going to have online interviews with members of the music team through the weekend. So you're going to get like extra things that even the people in person aren't going to get. So we're going to have a timetable of what's going to be on the streaming timetable, but really you'll be getting sessions across the entire weekend, including the show, including the Big Sing performance, including the youth a cappella performance, and all sorts of things. So the streaming is a big part of this, so that all of you at home, we don't want to leave anyone behind, so we want the online side to be really, really positive. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next thing, you are all going to get a welcome pack. So you're going to get a welcome pack with like lanyards and booklets for the weekend, and you're going to get all sorts of things. If you've ordered food vouchers, that's going to be in your welcome pack, and you'll be able to pick up your t-shirts if you've ordered them. So you're all going to get lots of things. You might even get a free pen or two, collective branded, of course, and all sorts of bits and bobs. So you're all going to get a welcome pack, so you don't need to worry about printing out programs and things. We won't have scores. So if you did need scores and you wanted to print out scores, and you'd need to print them out yourself and bring them with you, but you will have welcome pack, which has a brochure with your timetables and stuff in it, and other bits and bobs in it as well. And when we're not live streaming, there'll be some video diaries, and this will be something that in-person attendees will be able to see afterwards. But again, online we'll be able to see kind of as it happens, really. So we want really, when you're there, to for you to give us an idea of how you're enjoying Collective Live, maybe what Collective has meant to you over the last few years, what you've kind of been really looking forward to, what you've really liked about the weekend. So there's going to be a camera set up in the little theatre, and when any of you are there for attendees want to basically go and record yourselves and have a little 5-minute chat about Collective and say hello to everyone in the world, we're going to be sharing that online for the online attendees, and again putting it out afterwards as well as a playlist for our in-person attendees, a little bit like our 1-year anniversary reflections, but in person. And after this session, we're going to have a Q&A session on Zoom, so you can pop along to Zoom. That's if you're watching this live, not if you're watching a repeat or after the fact. But we're going to have had a session on Zoom, Q&A session for 90 minutes. And again, but that Q&A session will be formed into a document, which we're going to send out to you all as like frequently asked questions, see if we can answer as many questions as we can for you. If when you've looked through that document, you still haven't had your question answered, then you can then ask your question. So that is the information that I'm going to share in this video, folks. Collective Live is only a couple of weeks away, and we are massively excited to see you all online and in person. We've got all sorts of shows and social things and stuff going on to look forward to. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. You've got great education sessions, coaching under glass. You get to meet all these people you've been spending all those hours with online, and we cannot wait to see you all in person, cannot wait to see you online, can't wait to sing together, can't wait to hear those recordings and videos from those of you who are sending them in online, and it's going to be absolutely fabulous. So looking forward to it. Thank you very much, my friends, and mwah, doot-de-doot, and yeah, see you soon.